So, hey, I'm here with Steve and Cinimon, some students from my mastermind. And we first met, you guys were attending a lot of different training seminars, stuff like that. You came to my meetup, and I would love for you to share with everyone kind of your journey from dreaming about doing flips to actually getting your first flip under contract.
Okay, sure. So I guess it started. We had talked to, I guess, a few of our friends, and everybody's on board. But we had some meetups with them, and we quickly found out that that wasn't going anywhere. So then, actually, Sin's mom, my mother-in-law, she had a friend that was flipping houses, and he was open. Come by, come see my flips, come meet my contractors. Ask me any questions. He quickly became a ghost. We were sending questions and he wouldn't respond. So then we found out that there wasn't really anybody out there that seemed like they were willing to, I guess, help us, and especially for free. So then we started looking online. We found some meetups. People were like, "Go to meetups." So we went to some meetups. I think we had went to two. And then last minute, I was just online, like, let me see if there's something tonight. Came across you, Mike. Called Sin up and was like, "Hey, you want to go to this meetup tonight?" And of course, she's always down. She's like, "Sure, let's go."
Mike, before we met up with you, it was one more that we met up with, and he actually called us, and Steve was talking to him on the phone, and I'm like, hang up, hang up, don't do it. And then we came to your meetup. So go ahead with the story.
Yeah, so like Cindy said, he called us. We probably had a 30-minute conversation. It just seemed like it was strictly business. I know, and the price was kind of outrageous. So of course, and she's like, "No, just hang up. Like we don't have time for this." So then, of course, like I was saying, we came to your meetup. I want to say within the first 5 minutes, I turned to her and I said, "We're signing up. We're signing up with this guy. Like I like him." It was just a vibe that I got from you, Mike. It just wasn't like any other vibe that I got with any of the other meetups. And I'm not just saying that because I'm part of this group. And I feel like I'm a good. I can read people pretty good. And you just seemed like you were genuine. So then, after the meetup was over, I said, "Hey, Mike, I'm Steve. This is my wife, Sin. We're signing right now." And, you kind of put the brakes on, like, "Oh, we got a process that we need to go through." So then, Galante gives a call the following day, and we went through the hour interview, and we signed up that day.
It's really just a lot of people find that funny is like, we don't want to take your money. We want to make sure you're ready. And you guys definitely were. You came in, you come to every meeting, you do the work. I'm always impressed. I love having students that participate. I'm different than most coaches. Most coaches probably love students that pay and then disappear. I get butthurt about it because it means you're not going to get any results. And then I feel like I failed as your coach. I don't want to fail. Like, I don't even do this for the money, right? I make my money flipping. I do this for the joy of watching you guys like have great results. And you got your first flip. It looks like it's going to be a really good flip. Probably going to make 50, 60K on it. Still waiting for it to settle. So obviously, but you got a good deal. Like legitimately, when I seen it, I was like had a little bit of FOMO. I was like, oh man, that's a good one. I always like it. I love when other students get deals that like impress me, and I'm like, oh man, that's a really good deal. And it was, man. What was the numbers? I think did you buy it for like 70 something or 80 something? I always forget the number.
Yeah, so we actually got it from an auction because it was an auction. But just to rewind a little bit on that, in order to register for them auctions, we had to, I guess, prove that we were worthy in order to buy a house. Because we have, I think we have 12 months in order to rehab it. So in order to do that, we had to come to you, and you had to give us some of your recent deals that you did, so we could prove to them that we were working with somebody that actually knew what they were doing. But yeah, so then we went to the auction. We actually picked it up for 79K, a little bit higher than we wanted to, but we got it. We got access to the property, took videos, took pictures. Worked with Mike to run through comps, run through the rehab costs. We were looking at about 105 in rehab, and we're probably looking at right around just over 60K in profit once everything's said and done.
It's like a 295 ARV, right? I know we had that one. I remember that
Correct.
car.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
higher 200s. Yep, about 290,
Yeah.
295 ish. Yep. Yep.
It's a good neighborhood too in Baltimore, a really up and coming neighborhood. So it's always hard to get good deals. But I love the part of the story what Steve's talking about. It's like you were able to use my experience to convince them to let you as a newbie come in because they don't really let newbies come bid at that auction, which is kind of cool because as a higher level investor, like you're going to get better deals when there's no newbies involved because newbies generally overpay when they don't have a coach and they just come in and pay whatever. So the fact that you could get in there, you could get kind of access to those higher level properties. That's awesome, man. You got a good deal. Tell me a little bit about, well, I mean, you don't have to put anyone out there, but what were some of the differences when you're like talking to other coaches or some of the things you liked about this program in general, or just some of the things you're like, okay, this is stuff that I really like and enjoy that happens in the mastermind.
You can touch on that one first, and then I'll kind of chime in.
I think some of them were like straight to the money, or they didn't really ask us what our goal was. Like what do we want out of it? Or, what do you expect out of me, our coach, or, stuff like that. So I just felt like it wasn't genuine when they were, talking to us. I feel like you made it more realistic for us, that was the difference for us, for me, I think. How about you?
Yeah, and to touch on that, like I said, I just didn't feel. I don't want to say the other meetups they weren't real, but yeah, I just felt Mike and Delonte were like truly genuine. There were no secrets. There was no hidden BS. It's like they were very transparent. What you saw is what you got. And then I guess what also attracted, well, I would say sin was the cost. Your cost was probably half of what it was for the other coaches or mentors that we were looking at. And then I guess the bonus was, if you sign up for 6 months with Mike, if you got a deal, if you didn't get a deal, okay, 6 months is over, you're out now. No, Mike allows you to stay in the group and continue to learn with him until you get a deal and you find a deal and you finish with the deal. So
yeah, I make that offer because everyone finds deals, but I mean, every once in a while, I got to help somebody out extra, and I'm more than willing to do that because, we're like a team, right? If you're in the Army, you don't leave a soldier behind in the field, right? We're
right.
friends. And we got to make sure if somebody's not making it, we got to help them and we got to get them in there. What's really impressive about you guys and everyone else too is like your willingness to help each other. Right. I'm always so impressed with that. And obviously I help a ton, but like the willingness of everyone to help each other and support each other in a group has been one of the things that I enjoy being part of.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's
crazy.
what
Like our group,
go ahead, Sam, I'm sorry.
our group is like great. Like we're able to just, pick up the phone and say, "Hey, can we come by?" So just like last weekend, we went to Samara's house and just, helped her out a little bit. So it's like everybody's like, "Oh yeah, come on down, give me a call." And they're willing to, take you through their flip and tell you what they did or who not to use. Like we never had that before. Before it wasn't anyone talking to us. But now everybody is open and honest and transparent.
Yeah, it's kind of a rule to be
Yeah,
in a group, right? I mean, we talk about this all the time. Like we don't hide stuff, share, because there's abundance in that.
yeah, no, you're good, Mike. But to add on that, I feel like we are like a tight knit family. I mean, for example, we had our infield training last weekend. We go out to lunch afterwards, and we talk, and we sit there for hours. Like it's not just okay, let's eat and leave. No, we like sat there for hours and talk to each other, and we were learning about each other. And we've gotten our hard money lender. We found them through somebody else in the group. It was a referral. Our demo guy we're using, we found through somebody in the group that they've used. And we find out, like Sin said, who to use and not who to use. So yeah, it's great being in this group.
Yeah, I've gotten some great. You guys have shared good stuff with me too, obviously, and so it's awesome being your coach, and I'm learning from the group too. And I've gotten some good connections, and honestly, it's nice to have a group of people always shopping for the cheapest price. So it's always keeping me thinking because it's easy to get lazy once you've done a couple flips and just saying that's just what it costs, right? And you're never looking for like that deep sale that's going on somewhere. You think about like saving X dollars on each item across like a whole job, like that's a lot of money. It ends up being thousands, honestly, and it's really the difference between being successful and not being successful.
Yeah, totally agree with that. But like anything in life, you try to find the least expensive. We shop. $120 for some shoes. No, I can find these for 100. You tend to shop around. That's what you do in life.
It used to be a flea market. I could find shoes at the $120 Nike for 25. You just like you get some bunions though wearing them. They didn't wear very well. They're made out of rock.
Yeah, that's true.
So overall, like, what are some of the tips you would give somebody to consider? Just one of the things you might want to share if somebody's thinking about getting in the group and joining us. What would be some stuff? Both of you, obviously, if you want to take turns.
Be open to listen because there's a lot of, good information. Make sure that, you ask questions because the whole group will help you. Like our group is great. So, and I like how Mike calls you before you are able to get in the group to get a feel for you because we are like, we're like a family. So we want to make sure that, or he wants to make sure that he puts good people in the group.
Yeah, to touch on that is, Mike doesn't get a call. I guess he kind of interviews you or interviews, if you're a team to make sure you are a good fit with the team, AKA the family. Because, we don't want any bad seeds. My thing to anybody who's looking to, if you're serious about flipping houses, this is Mike's the guy. Mike Delonte, the group. If you're scared, he'll hold your hand throughout the entire way. He'll make you feel comfortable. He's been in the business for 10 years. He has already made the mistakes, and he makes sure we don't make the same mistakes. Yeah, so if you, like I said, if you're looking, stop researching. We were like that for the longest. Oh, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Like I said, we talked to friends. Just pull the trigger. Mike stands behind his work. He'll get you a deal. If he doesn't get you a deal, you're in the group. If it takes you 5 years, you'll still be in the group.
We'll get
It
that.
won't take you 5 years.
It won't, but if you don't get a deal, then we'll just be best friends and hang out forever. But yeah, that's why we have such a high success rate, because I believe I take the same mindset on with you guys that, like, look, everyone's going to win. And that's what we teach you to do in your business, right? I mean, it's not if you're going to make money flipping or if you're going to find a deal. It's, it's just a matter of how we're going to do it. Right. We don't allow like failure as an option, because the only way we've ever had anyone fail is if they quit. We've never, I mean, anyone that's done the work, 100% of people have joined the group, done the work, they always get deals, make money, and do what they got to do. Now, we've had some people, life stuff comes up, and, it seems like they went witness protection and we can't find them. I actually seen one of them at Black Panther one time, and I was like, what's up, man? Like, and he was like, I'm coming back. I got some stuff going on. I was like, you're in, man. You're ready. I'm putting you on hold. You're ready whenever you want to come back, because that's how passionate we are, right? And like, he was ducking me a little bit, but I'm like, come back when you're ready, man. You're in. We want 100% success rate. It took me a while to realize that's not real, but at the end of the day, I don't know anyone that's getting the results we're getting. I've joined a couple nationwide programs at like 30K, and they're getting like 6% of the people who spend that 30K are actually making their money back. We're sitting at like 88% right now. So it's a huge difference. So anyhow, I tell you that because there's probably sitting there analyzing, thinking, let me read another book. Let me talk to 19 more coaches. We're a small group. We can't let everyone in, but if we've talked to you and you're ready to get in, we recommend you come in. We're going to make sure you win. Steve, Cinimon, everyone's going to help. It's a family thing, but you're not going to fail, because like we just don't let people fail. We don't let that be an option. We ask the question of what it's going to take not to fail, and that's just going to be doing the work and sticking with it. Perseverance, right? Just keep doing it. Now, you guys look for a deal for a bit, right? You didn't get your deal like in 2 days. How long did it take you to get your first deal?
So I think we joined the group in May, and we got this one in August. So it took us what's that, like, for 3-4 months. Yeah.
Now, a lot of it, like, you guys were completely new, so you had no experience at all, right? So a lot of it was you just
Correct.
taking
Yeah, we were
stuff
newbies.
in. So that's what we tell people. Like, if you've never done a flip, we're not going to be pushing you to do a flip in 2 weeks. If you want to do one in 2 weeks, we'll figure it out. But ultimately, some people just join and they want to take 30 days and just comprehend the material, and they want to learn, right? They want to make sure that when they buy this big investment of a flip, that they know what the heck they're doing. So they're not wasting and taking a bunch of risk or wasting a bunch of money. So like, people take 3 months, 4 months. We don't care. As long as you get it done, that's all that really matters. Now, one thing we've seen with a lot of students, and like Samira and a bunch of other people, they get their first deal, and the next thing you know, they get a couple more real quick, because once you know how to get one deal, you've unlocked the code and you can keep doing it. That's something we've seen with everyone. So you guys actually have to finish your first one before you can keep trying.
I was just going to say, for whoever's trying to, want to get in, to make sure that they, utilize the training that he has online, and make sure you're on the calls every week. Like, we have 2 calls a week. Make sure you're on the calls and you utilize the training. They're a big help. You can, especially on the calls where you can hear other people, asking different questions, and you can write those things down and use them for yourself.
And for me, it was about building confidence. And Mike teaches you how to get out of your comfort zone, because I'm not a big person who likes to call people, and because I'm just maybe afraid of what they're going to say or what they're going to ask me, and I won't know the answer. So I think with me, it took me that first 30 to 45 days to build confidence, and then I locked my money up, and you're putting in offers with high confidence, because you kind of, you got a little mojo, you got a little swag behind you now. It's like, okay, I can do this. And you see that, it's really not this hard. It's really not that hard to do this.
You make such a good point that I love to share, is that a lot of times people think, oh, well, Mike's just going to teach me the secret, right? A lot of it is learning all the little aspects so you get confidence. Like you said, you have that swagger. When you get on the phone, you're talking to people with confidence when you know you can buy. You got your money lined up. You got everything. You know how to analyze the deal, the comps. You can bring it to me and get it second checked. And so honestly, confidence is the number one reason people go from like getting no deals to getting deals. They're just like not confident in their process, because maybe it didn't work in the past or it's not working now. And it just leaves you like, when you're uncertain, you're not going to beat other people who are certain. So yeah, that's what we work on. Sometimes it takes 2 weeks, sometimes it takes 2 months, right? But we work on you getting super smart around this subject. And honestly, that's the reason I can get deals on demand right now. Is obviously my confidence is sky high, because if I go out and put the effort in, the deals come. So every time you do that, my confidence gets higher and higher. And obviously years of doing it has made me extremely confident, and students are confident usually in a couple weeks to a couple months. It just depends on you, right? How much you put into it. But either way, it's all worth being happy about. Like there's no race, right? We only look at it like, did you graduate? And graduating our program is getting your a deal that's going to make you your money back. And if you've done that, then that's worth celebrating.
Yeah, totally, Mike. And I can say that I've met with multiple agents, and I walk in there with confidence, and I met with an appraiser that appraised our house, and the way the lingo that I learned from Mike, he thought I was had been flipping houses for years, and I hadn't even done one yet.
Dude, I love that, man. And honestly, you got funded too, right? You have a really big rehab, and one of the things you ran into, a couple of lenders didn't want to lend to you because your house like $100,000 renovation. It's your first flip, but you were able to go to a couple of lenders, say the right things, do the right things, and you got somebody like, yeah, we'll fund you.
Yep, totally. I was able to put a budget item line together. It looked good. He approved of it, and it just went from there. It's confidence.
Yeah, it's awesome stuff. Anything you want to share with anyone before we go? Either Cinnamon or Steve, obviously. I don't want to leave you out, Cinnamon. You're in the car. Also, this is kind of how we do the calls, right? You can just do it right from the car.
Right.
Some people are at their desk at work, and it don't matter. Like we try to make sure everyone's in.
Yeah, people are whispering, I'm at work. I can't really talk right now, but
They're participating. Yep, they're participating. They're making it happen, and that's why we try to do one call in the evening and one at lunchtime, because usually lunch and evening you can get one of the calls every week.
But I would tell people to sign up. My green is the real deal.
That's it. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And that's she's done. Steve,
well,
can you top
yeah,
that?
I can. It's just like anything in life. I mean, if life was easy, everybody would be successful. If you wanna be a house owner, you gotta be willing to put work in. It doesn't happen overnight. You can't browse the MLS and find a good deal in one day. You gotta put the work in. Like I said, it's anything in life. If you want to be successful in another business, you gotta put work in. So if you're willing to put work in, life will take you to the next level.
I appreciate that. And honestly, the main reason I coach is because I get to meet people like you, Cinnamon and Steve, both of you guys. You've been awesome. And I love hanging out with you and talking. We get along very well. Get along with everyone in the group. Everyone gets along. We do definitely have a great group of people. And that's the whole reason I got into coaching, man. So thank you guys for being awesome and being a part of this. And I appreciate you doing this testimonial and hopefully helping attract some new awesome people that want to join us.
No problem. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for being on.